I'm Amanda.
And I'm Charles.
This is the Capital Runway Podcast.
Hey, Amanda, how's it going?
Hey, Charles. It's going well. How are you?
Good. It's been a while.
I know it has.
Yes.
This year is flying by.
Yes, and so I'm sure our listeners are excited to hear our voices again.
Yes. Well, hopefully.
So there's been a lot going on at both airports.
Yes.
You want to give us an update?
Yes. So over at DCA, we've opened several new concessions shops, including Busboys and Poets.
Nice. I saw that.
Great local shop. I love going there. And then we have the Colada shop.
Nice.
Yes, all great. And then, of course, at both airports, we have the Lincoln chair.
Yes.
As part of our A250 celebrations.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of folks stop by and take selfies at the chair. So.
Have you had a chance to take your own selfie?
Not yet, but I will.
You definitely should. It's fun.
Great. So I understand we have a great conversation today.
Yes.
Yeah, who are we talking to?
Today we are talking to our maintenance shop department. Mm-hmm. So one from Dulles and one from DCA. Larry Farino represents Team Dulles and Gary Miller for Team DCA. Honestly, it's a super interesting conversation.
Yeah. No, I'm excited about it.
Yeah. They had some really great insights and I can't wait to share and just tell everybody everything that they work on because they do so much. Their teams do so much.
Yes, they do. So let's get to it.
Cool. So today we are joined by two special guests. We have Larry Farino and Gary Miller joining us from the maintenance department. Welcome. How are you guys doing?
Good morning.
Good morning. Why don't we start? Why don't you guys just tell us a little bit about your roles and what you're doing for the respective airports?
Hi, my name is Gary Miller. I'm building and grounds manager at DCA, and I've been here for 28 years.
Wow.
I have several shops, maybe a structure shop, basically carpentry. And then we have roads and grounds. We do all the asphalt work and airfield paving and landscaping, all the beautiful flowers you see and plantings that happen at DCA. We have a sign shop, handle all the signage at this airport, and metal shop also. And then we have a paint shop, does all the facility painting and airfield pavement markings.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, there's probably approximately 50 people that I manage. Oh, also just recently, last year before, we took over the lock shop, so we have that as well.
Cool. Larry?
All right, my name is Larry Farino. I'm the Structures and Ground Division Manager at Dulles Airport, and I've been here for 28 years. I manage a bunch of different shops. I have the paint shop, the sign shop. We have a metal shop out there, an auto body shop. We have a structure shop, an upholstery shop, the grounds, and we also have a lock shop that I manage, and also the snow team. I also manage the runway snow team on the airfield. I also do that too. And basically the role for we do, my role is to manage expectations for my guys and from management. Make sure that, we hire the right people for the supervisors, planners, and leaders, which has worked out very well. And then I just let them hire their own teams and let them do their thing and let them be creative, which they very are. Most of them are. They do a great job out there. So I'm very proud of everything what they do.
We got a chance to talk to the snow teams last year and learn a lot about their roles. Super fascinating. I love that they call themselves snow fighters.
Here they do, yeah.
That's so fun. So you guys both described what you do, and it encompasses a lot. So what does that mean for the everyday passenger? Because I feel like passengers really aren't thinking about those types of things that are happening behind the scenes.
That's a good point because most of them don't.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them, when I talk to my friends, they have no idea. We're like we're like a big city with runways, right? Both of us, and we're supposed to do a lot of the same things. But for all my shops that I manage, most of it is aesthetics. I mean, a lot of it is aesthetics and safety stuff. But we make sure our biggest role probably is signage. We do the same thing, all the signage at Dulles Airport too. And then obviously, if those signs aren't right, people aren't going to find out where to go.
Mm-hmm.
It's signage is also a crazy kind of thing because there's probably, 100 different signage experts at the airport now. which they'll want to be, right? We really aren't, but it's important to be consistent in those things like that. Our biggest role is to make sure everything looks clean and safe. Make sure the grounds look really good, which those guys do. The walls look good. All the airfield's painted. The roads are painted properly with the markings. Even upholsterer fixing all the seats in the hold rooms. And when you go through, you get done with the security, so you can sit on those nice benches, so you can recompose yourself. Again, the sign shop grounds and the lock shop, making sure all the doors are functioning properly.
Okay.
So there's a lot of things that the passengers, maybe not, because they're mostly stressed when they come to airports, right? But we're there to make that slightly look good and make sure they find their way properly and that the airport looks good.
Yeah. So you guys handle like runway markings as well, like the painting of the runways?
Yes, correct. Yes, we do.
How often do you have to update those?
We're seasonal, so we'll go on. We just went on midnight shift to do that, and they'll work through about 7 months out on the airfield. So it's every year.
Wow.
We do an annual inspection where pavement markings is usually a big topic during the FAA 139 inspection. So we go out there every year and we'll freshen up everything, make adjustments to any corrections they see that need to be done. So it's a full-time job for them.
Yeah, certainly. Definitely. What are some recent projects you guys have worked on? Why don't you tell us about the Lincoln Chair?
Lincoln Chair's one. Yeah, that was a big one. That was a fun one. The structure shop handled that. And then working with the location, finding that was a challenge. We created space that was used for a laydown space, actually, for construction, and converted that space and come up with the proper graphics for the behind it and assembled the chairs and actually built one for IAD as well and delivered that and everything. That all went out pretty well.
Yeah.
Great project.
I mean, these are not light chairs. They are quite, there's some heft to them.
Yeah, my boss, Zach Coleman, wanted it to be something a little more substantial, and we used a solid surface material, and it did turn out very well.
Yeah, they look awesome. What are some other fun projects you guys are working on?
My end, the project I really like is the signs that Larry referred to. Wayfinding, I think, is critical, and a few years ago, we went to from Terminal A, B, and C to Terminal 1 and 2, and then alphanumeric gates. So that was a lot of signage. A lot of changes and a lot of preparation leading up to that one day where we changed all these signs. So there was a lot of cover-ups and uncovering and changing. And that was probably a team of about 75 of us in here on Saturday.
Wow.
Worked about 12 hours, and I mean, that was just stands out in my mind because I managed that whole thing, and it all went off pretty smoothly. So the next day, we went from Terminal A, B, C to Terminal 1, 2, and no one knew the difference.
Yeah, it was like an overnight switch.
Yeah, so I really enjoy the sign project because I think it is critical because there's enough stress on the passenger just going through the airport, and then if the signage is wrong, it just adds so much to it, stress level.
Absolutely. Larry?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the 250th anniversary, we've done a lot of work for that. The guys, we've revamped a lot of the ticket counters in the terminal, bring them up to a higher standard. Right now, of course, we have the Concourse E going to be opening up at Dulles here in September. So like they did at DCA with the signage, we're starting on that signage now. But we'll get all these signs up, and that's a very big project. It's going to be months to get this done. So that's on its roll. And also, we put a bunch of cup holders. We're making our own cup holders, put them in all the hold rooms. We're doing those in-house, yep. And the, we do so many different projects, create parking areas for our tenants, because we look at customers, not just passengers, but all our tenants are customers too, whether it be CPP or TSA.
I know both of us recently had the Lego display. You had
the Lego display, yeah. We had to build that thing for Lego display. That was a big deal building that.
A lot of interest there.
Yeah, it's a lot of interest for a Lego display. Yep, absolutely. That was a lot of work. There's projects every week, every day. For the events, we have a lot of events. At Dulles, the Dulles Day, that was a big event we had. No, this is the last year, but that was always a big 3 days for us to set up for that. And with the signage and everything else, that was a big event we're always very proud of because there raised a lot of money for Virginia Special Olympics and the 5K, 10K we're having again this year in August. That's a lot of signage, a lot of setup and stuff like that to make it safe for everybody there too and to make it a fun event. Again, we do a lot of events at Dulles. We have a lot of people coming in setting up, whether it be job fairs or you name it. A lot of tours and all that stuff too we help out with though. So
yeah. You kind of touched on it briefly, but DCA and Elissa are very different airports and have different things happening. So how do the projects differ at DCA than they might from Dulles?
I think it's just really would be based on what, like, he has a upholstery shop and I don't. So that's a whole nother thing. I have landscaping, whereas all the street side, I call it, mowing and flower beds and everything like that. Otherwise, I think we're pretty similar. Signage wise might be slightly different, but not really. It just depends on what the demand is and what we're volunteered for, actually.
Voluntold, you mean? Voluntold, absolutely. They're basically the same.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think the biggest difference with the Dulles is, like I said, we don't have the horticulture people that he does, but we do also have an auto body shop at Dulles.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's working on the wonderful playmates and mobile lounges, which are, unique and have to be made by hand because I can't go off to go buy a part at Napa for that. No, we can't, fixing the outside body and stuff too. And the other difference is the sheer size. The sheer size Dulles is very large. Over 12,000 acres. It's very large. And also we have a 14-mile access road, 4-lane access road we have to maintain also. So it's the vast. It's how big it is. It's just a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
As far as projects, I've been here 28 years, and Larry's probably seen a change. It used to be basically maintenance, and as time went on, they see us and, why can't we do this in-house instead of contracting out? And plus, they look at the time frame, we can get it done pretty quickly. So it's changed where we do a lot more projects than we used to do.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And projects can be, a few years ago we did, we did the police and the fire. They moved out to Dulles in one of the buildings, and we did all the rooms on 2 floors in-house with the electricians and everybody. That's what it's, it's very proud to see how the shops work so well together, and they have a lot of pride in what they do.
Correct.
And that is just huge, and all the benefit to those guys. Those guys do a great job. Most of the time I tell people, what do you really do? I just make sure you put the right people in place. Let them do what they need to do, get rid of the roadblocks, make sure there's coordination of upper management and all that stuff. So we're all in the same, same path and going the same way, and just stay out of their way. Really, because, they're very creative, they're very smart, and they put projects well together. So, like I said, it's more and more projects in-house because, like Gary said, we can get them done faster.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of pride too. There's a tremendous amount of pride.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, so we talked about recent projects, but what are your all-time favorite projects? Like going anything that you've worked on?
I think one of the funnest things, and this was before I was in this role here, but I was always working really closely with the shops, is one of the fun projects was our 3 outdoor pet relief areas, believe it or not. Because we built them up from the ground up, and brought the grass in and built those up, and they turned out fantastic in front. They just look phenomenal. That was a great project, and I'm just trying to think. There's so many great projects. I said the ticket counters turned out really well. Going back to pet relief area, that involved grounds, that involved the structure shop, that involved so many different shops, which was nice.
Yeah. I mean, very useful and needed.
Yes, and they look great too.
Yeah.
I mean, they looked very good. And I think in building out those spaces too, when you build out half a floor of a building and on 2 floors, that's a lot of work for a lot of different shops. And coordinate it all through and how it turned out. And like you said, we get it done faster.
Yeah.
And just as good as any contractor can, if not better.
Gary?
My favorite one would have been replacing all the overhead signage at DCA, because that was during the nomenclature change as well. So we did a lot of cover-ups, and it took us about a year to build and fabricate all the sign panels, which I think was probably in the 200 range panels, and then strategically replace them after they were all built. So we had to have a separate storage room that we created for the panels.
Yeah.
And they were all categorized, and just managing that whole project, that was one of my favorite. And again, it just went so well.
Yeah.
A lot of teamwork, a lot of cooperation, and very talented staff that pulled it off.
Is there ever any crossover between the airports and the shops?
All the time.
All the time?
All the time.
Oh,
Like, we're going to move that we're moving the Daedalus plane from the Concourse B in Dulles next week. And, you got the structure shop, you have the AEM shop, you have electrician shop, and any projects for building out spaces, you're dealing with 3 or 4 shops at a time. It could be, like the office spaces, you're going to deal with sprinklers, with the pipe shop, the HVAC. Just putting in rooms, you're going to deal with the HVAC shop, the pipe shop, electricity shop, the AEM shop for the fire and for the fire smoke alarms, and then you have the structures. Yeah, it's always constant. They just do such a great job. They really do.
Yeah.
Working together.
Yeah,
it's constant. It's amazing.
I think they rely on, like Larry and myself, to pull all these shops together.
Yeah.
Because we are project managers is what we are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just everybody, and someone has to bring it together.
Yeah, just bring it together and let them do their thing.
Yeah.
Stay out of their way.
You guys do a great job. I also really liked how the letters turned out at both airports with the bases that you guys built. Those are really cool. And
They turned out nice.
Awesome.
Oh, that's just another project I forgot about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was auto body shop. The auto body shop and ours did ours.
Really?
They had to clean them down because they were not in very good shape when they got them. When they got them, came here and they stripped them down and put them back up. Yeah, those guys do a great job too with work like that too, along with all the what's called the vehicles, the trucks and cars and playmates and mobile lounges. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where he talks about having the talent in the shops. I don't have an auto body shop, but I have that talent in my metal shop and in the paint shop. We can do it, but we're not labeled as auto body. But
so if you have vehicles that need work, do they get sent over to the auto body shop at Dulles? Like the trucks and...
I don't think so.
No?
A lot of that, the smaller stuff is usually sent. We'll do real small stuff in the paint shop.
Okay.
And then ours at DCA are usually sent out, I believe. I don't know what you all do.
Oh, we'll some. It depends how bad it is. Like if it's a lot of work, we'll send it out. But if it's fixed and benders, like we try to keep our vehicles longer and longer now to save money and stuff like that. So we're doing a lot of rust repairs on trucks and vehicles, I guess, because the rusting is worse than how many miles they have on them. So we're trying to keep them going. So we do a lot of work like that on the way to be a truck or the vehicles or the SUVs and things like that. And of course the playmate mobile lounges too, to keep them looking good and repairing fenders and things like that.
Yeah. Fascinating. So we have a question that we like to ask all our guests at the end, and that is, where are you flying to next?
I'm flying to Tampa in a couple weeks. Yeah, to visit the family down there. Yeah, so that's where I'm going next.
We have a big flamingo. Have you ever seen her in the airport? Phoebe?
Yes, I've been there for Yep.
We love Phoebe.
No, that's very nice. That's where I'm going.
Cool. Gary?
I'll be flying to my backyard because they're starting to install an in-ground pool on Monday.
Wow.
So that's where we'll be going.
Do you find that you kind of project manage your personal projects too?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of almost like a contractor role, right? Because you're overseeing so much.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
General contractor.
General contractor.
Exactly role. Yeah, absolutely. Sure it is.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. This was so interesting.
Okay.
And
thanks for inviting us.
Great to talk to you.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
That was a great conversation, Amanda.
Thanks. I thought it was really interesting.
I'm amazed by all the work that they do to keep the airports running.
Yeah, I really liked how they talked in depth about the roles that they both do.
Yeah, I mean, they do a lot of cool stuff that keeps the airport running efficiently.
Yes, I really also liked hearing their different perspectives on things that they've had a little creativity on, such as the Lego displays.
Yep.
Both airports built their individual cases and, the detail that goes into it, such as at Dulles with the small little details around the case. Like, I love that kind of stuff. So super cool.
Yeah, these conversations remind me that every employee plays an integral role in making our airports the very best they can be.
Yeah, definitely. It's one big team here.
Yep. Yes, we are.
Well, that's a wrap for today. Hope everyone enjoyed, and we'll catch you next time.
Goodbye.